Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy these little videos and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and welcome back if you've been here before. What I wanted to do today, while I am a day late posting, but it's been a busy week, I wanted to go over how I did at my last show of 2025 and show you a few pictures here of what my booth looked like. I also wanted to show you how my van looks when there's nothing in it. And what I do after the last show is I always unload everything, clean my van really good, put the back seats back in, and then I'm ready to go until next year in the fall. And I wanted to go over a little bit about what sold at the show. And then I just wanted to run down quickly some thoughts for the end of 2025 and going into 2026. Well, to recap the show, I have just wonderful customers, and I sold a lot of my Cantha French fold shrugs. People really like those. And also I sold my holiday wear. I really wanted to, sell all of that because, you can only wear holiday things once a year and just for a few weeks. And I try to make things cute, one of a kind, different, and try to make them a faster make so that I can sell them at a lower price point. Because when you can only wear something once a year, you don't want to spend a lot of money on it. The other thing that I sold quite a few of, and I will be making more of, is I take denim shirts and I put Cantha on the sides. And they're pretty much one side fits most everyone. And they have kimono sleeves that way. And I make the Cantha sleeves, sometimes medium here, and then sometimes 3/4, and a few times, kind of long sleeve for people that like it. And it gives you a one-of-a-kind shirt, and they're an easier make. I like doing that because I can sell those, again, at a lower price point, so that I think everyone deserves something that's special for them and that's one-of-a-kind and unusual, and that way anybody can afford it when I make those things at a lower price point. I did sell a lot of my vintage chenille. I only have 3 vintage chenille kimonos left, and then I have the one that has the big peacock on the back. That and my little cape are the most expensive ones, and I could have sold those at the show, but I didn't take them. They're so expensive that I didn't want to have them being handled at the show, but I do sell them in my Etsy store. So if you want to see those, you can go to my Etsy store and see them, while they last, because I'm sure they're going to sell this holiday season. I try to keep my price point a little lower, but I do have a couple of things that are a little more expensive. I did take my vintage hanky French fold shrug, and a lot of people really liked that. Again, that's a more expensive piece, and I'm sure that'll sell pretty soon on Etsy. But, it's a very interesting pricing model. I've read a lot of things about how to price stuff, and I think that I'm pretty reasonable. That's probably why a lot of my things, sell out a little faster, because I have a more reasonable pricing model. And while I can afford to do that, I will. I mean, they're not cheap by any means, but I think you get value for your money. Let's see, what did I else? This is going to be a quick check-in today. Let's see, I talked about my sales. I will show some pictures at the end of my friends that I did the show with. I had a wonderful friend, I didn't get her picture, I should have, that helped me with the show. She was fantastic. She's a little younger than I am. Of course, just about everybody's a little younger than I am. Oh, yes, and I lost a year of my life. My friends reminded me, see, my birthday's next month, it's in December. My friends, thank them, reminded me that how old I'm going to be this year. And you know what? I'm a year older than what I thought I was. Must be slipping a little bit. And they convinced me. And I did look it up, and I did do the math. This year, I am going to be a year older than what I thought. So I think it's time to start counting backwards. Nope. No shame in being old. I've got a lot of long life left ahead of me, at least 20 more years. And 20 years is a long time. When you were a teenager, 20 years looked impossible. So, enough about age. One of the things that I did want to say today is to give you a thought. As I'm going into my next year, I've spent a little time thinking about what I'm going to do and what I'm going to do next year and the years coming. I am going to only do things that bring me joy. Now, that doesn't mean I won't clean my house. That definitely does not bring me joy. But it does bring me joy to have a clean house. So I'm going to concentrate on doing more things that bring me joy. And also, I'm going to write a list of the things I'm thankful for. And that this week, being Thanksgiving week, I think that's an appropriate thing to do. And on the top of that list of things that I'm thankful for is all of you. I'm thankful that you enjoy, hopefully you enjoy, watching my little videos that I do and helping me reach my goal of getting 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting there. I'm getting close. And that means a lot to me because I set goals at the beginning of the year, and that was one of them for this year. I'm also thankful for my health. I've had ups and downs just like we all have, but I am healthy. I am able to load that van and haul stuff in. I do it a little more slowly, and I have a few more aches and pains afterwards, but I can get up in the morning and hop out of bed. I shouldn't say hop out of bed, roll out of bed more. And so I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my friends. I have a wonderful group of friends. I just can't say enough nice things about them. They bring me joy. I'm thankful for my family. My family brings me joy. They're very loving, and I know that I have, at the end of the day, the support of a lot of beautiful people. And I'm very thankful for my customers. The shows, I have cut back. I only did 4 shows this year. I did 5 last year. I think 4 was a nice number, and I like the shows that I did. I have so many beautiful customers. And one of the things that does bring me joy, and I realize this, that it means so much to me, is what makes me feel wonderful is when someone comes in the booth and they like my things because they're a little unique and unusual. And I always say that the things that I make are an acquired taste, kind of like me, and they were a little different. And it makes me feel just wonderful, like it's all worth it when somebody tries something on and they feel beautiful. They feel as special and unique as that piece of clothing that they're putting on. That brings me joy. And when I have ladies that are of a certain statuesque size who come in and maybe they need a little assistance to get around, and they try on one of my denim shirts with the kente, and it fits so well and it looks nice on them, and people compliment them on what they're wearing, and that brings them joy. That brings me joy. So I believe in that, and I believe in giving back. January is usually my giving back month. Not that I don't try to give back all the way through the year. I usually try to find someone that wants to learn something. Maybe it's someone who wants to set up an Etsy shop or wants to know how Poshmark works or eBay works. I like to have people that have been struggling with something, and if I can help them, I enjoy doing that. I have a wonderful lady who sells women's clothes, and where I do this for fun and extra vacation money, she does it for a living, so it's even more important to her. And she'd like to set up an Etsy shop, and she'd like to maybe sell on Poshmark or eBay. So I've invited her to get with me and come over, and I'll go over with her everything I know about that, and if I can set her up so that she can be independent and sell her things in different venues and not have to do so many shows, because she is of a certain age, like I am, and would like to cut back on how many shows that she does. So if I can help like that, I enjoy doing that, and I think that one of the reasons we're all put here on earth is to help each other. And I would encourage you to look around this month. Look for somebody maybe that's struggling with something. It could be just something as easy as, having a treat for Thanksgiving and having something on the table at Christmas. Giving back like that gives me joy, and I think it will bring you joy too. So I encourage you to sit down and think about those things that you can give back. It can be very simple, and things that bring you joy. So watch till the end, and you'll see what my unloaded van looks like, what my booth looked like at the show, and a couple of my friends that helped me. Thank you. Goodbye. I will check in on Sunday. I'm not going to do a midweek check-in this week because it is a packed week with Thanksgiving. So have a good week. Bye.